What's up, fellas? Welcome to Walk Off Wagers, presented by Pub Sports Radio. I'm your guy, Wine Time Sports. This is my guy on my left right here, Morgan Spooner. Get your cup of coffee ready, guys, because we're going to be breaking down the entire MLB card. Thanks for stopping in today, guys. We're stoked about this. This is our first show on Sunday mornings that we're going to have on a regular basis. We're going to be breaking down these games. We're going over the market. We're going to be going over the weather and best bets. We're going to have a couple guests on at a time and throughout the show. So we're looking forward to it. Morgan, let them know what you're going to be talking about today.
We're going to be talking about just about everything that goes into these games, whether it be the weather, the market, the starting pitchers, X's and O's. We're going to look at everything that goes into each and every game. I got 4 bets on the day so far. I know you got a few. We're going to try to find a way to attack every game and see what we can get out of it. There's a lot of money to be made and a lot of angles to get there. So I think we got a lot of potential today on the card. I'm excited for it. Walk off wagers. We're going to do this every Sunday, 11 o'clock. Try to get some of our buddies from Pub Sports to hop on here too. I know we got at least 2 coming in today that really excited to have. So let's get after it. You want to get right into this first Cubs game, or you got anything else you want to say?
Yeah, Spoons, let me just give a quick shout out to the chat, man, because we got the best chat in the entire game, guys. I see my guy Tyler Flowers in there. He said, congrats, Wine Time Spoon, on the new show. Nasty Nate said, Wine Time, you need a Red Sox jersey. Shout out to my guy right there. The Dab Father, got to kick it with him in San Antonio at Pub 4. Cool dude. T Moss, my guy right there. Big Daddy Boom. Skylar Beats, my good friend right there. Thanks for stopping in, my bro. We also got Ron Lofton, another regular up in here. Appreciate your support as always. Joey DFS, Dabby Cab, big show. Stoked to have you guys in here. Yeah, I'm ready to get right to it. We got a guy that's going to be coming on off the top for the first game. So whenever he's ready, we'll bring him on. And yeah, Spoons, you can get right into this first game here.
All right. So 12:05 Eastern, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the New York Mets. Matthew Boyd, a left-hander, is taking the mound for the Cubs, and a right-hander, Griffin Canning, is taking the mound for the Mets. Cannon's really having a career year here so far. I heard my guy TJ talk about it earlier this week. He is mixing in a new split finger change to the mix, and it's really been effective so far. And Matthew Boyd, on the other hand, has also had a really good year. Looking at the weather today here, Citi Field is going to be the most pitcher-friendly park. I got minus 18% runs, winds blowing in, high pressure systems. This is just not going to be a good place to score runs. The Mets are hitting third versus lefties in the league, and that could be a little bit concerning. But I think Matthew Boyd's got a good arsenal to deal with him. Do you have anything on this game to start? Wine time.
Yeah, man, this is an interesting game. Just off the top, man. Also, shout out to all the mothers out there, man. Happy Mother's Day, man. Comes once a year for all you special mothers out there. Hope you guys have a great day. All the guys out there, make sure to treat your mothers right, treat your wives right, baby mamas right. But yeah, this is a good game right here because these are 2 of the better teams in the National League. And in baseball, if we're being completely honest, everyone knows how high I am on this Cubs team going into this season. I've been on air saying that I think getting Kyle Tucker was one of the best moves you can do in the offseason for a ball club offensively. My opinion, he's one of the best baseball players out there when he's playing at his full potential. Looking at the New York Mets, man, had one of the weaker schedules in baseball so far this year, but they're still winning ball games, man. And, what did they do What did they go out and do this last offseason? Go get Juan Soto, add another bopper to that lineup. They've got 3 good boppers in that lineup. It's a good team. Looking at this line, seeing it at an 8 and seeing that the previous 2 games were about an 8.5 win over. It seems like both these teams can score. We're seeing a total back at 8 right now. Seems a little bit too low, and I think that's for the reasons you mentioned, the weather here. I think it's going to be hard to score runs in this game. Looking at sidewise in this as well, it's tough for me for a side because last night when I capped this game, I was looking at the Mets, and Griffin Cannon's been one of my guys I've backed over the years, hasn't always been successful. This year, he's been pitching pretty well. He gets traded from Anaheim. He gets released from Anaheim. The Braves release him, and then he signs a $5 million one-year contract with the Mets, betting on himself. He's having a good start to the year. Can he pitch well against this Cubs team? It's going to be tough, but I think he can. This is just too tough of a game for me to have a side or a play in, honestly. I know it's the first game of the day. You kind of want to always have a play on the first game of the day to make it exciting, but I'm not going to do that here. That's not what we're here for. We're here to make money, not for exciting purposes. I'm gonna stay away from this one, but I know my guy Justin is going to be on this game as well. If he's backstage, I'm not sure if he is or not. Jose could probably let me know that or not. But
He is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, let's bring him on then, man. Let's bring on my guy right here. You guys see him all the time. He's in the chat every single day. One of my good friends. We've been talking college football, college basketball, MLB this last year or so. Love doing it. Let's bring on our guy, Justin McKelvey. Stacks.
Stacks, 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 stacks.
Stacks, my guy. Good to see you, Justin.
Absolutely. Wonton spoons. Appreciate y'all.
Oh, appreciate you for coming, man. The first guest on Walk-Off Wagers. It's the start of something great, my man. I'm glad you're here with us. What do you got in this game?
Well, we was texting back and forth. You gave me a whole lot of anxiety about this game. And just to give you the heads up, my mom's not in the chat, but she's in the room with me, so I got to watch my little mouth. It's Mother's Day. So
happy Mother's Day to Mama McKelvey.
You hear you. So I'm gonna try though. I told her I'm gonna try.
Sure.
But I'm on Stacks play today. Number one, I'm on the Cubs money line plus 118. I absolutely love this spot up until we was texting. I still like it a lot, but knowing that you was leaning to the side and this line's going back and forth from 110 to various books from Bet Rivers and Fanatics, I felt like it was a good spot. I still like the spot. I played it plus 118. I see it move down to plus 110. Depending on what book you're on, but that Stacks play today, number one. And
yes, sir.
Stacks play, I'm gonna get both of them out now because I ain't gonna come back on.
Yep.
Because we heading out to the Braves game right after this. So Stacks play today, number two is Cal Riley, RBI plus 110. Play for the Mariners in case anybody don't know.
Yes, sir.
Love Mariners today. Arena's a fade. I just love this spot. I think team total for the Mariners minus 1.5. Mariners money line and parlay. Mariners everything today. But Stack Day play today, number two is Kyle Riley, RBI, plus 110.
I like it, man. Kyle Riley's been smashing the ball this season.
Yes.
Defensive catcher in the league right now.
Yeah, he really is. And he's
tied with the most home runs in the league right now, I think.
Last I checked, he was first or second.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think he's tied for first right now. Also, he is the best promotion in the league right now. Seattle's got a big dumper promotion they do in the seventh inning. Cal Riley will break up with your significant other for you on the phone. It's hilarious. I've seen 2 or 3 of them.
Wait, what?
So his nickname is the Big Dumper, Cal Riley.
Right.
And so they have a promotion right now in the stadium. You can enter the contest, and he'll break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend for you right there.
So if I go to the game, well, I can't. That's impossible. But if I could have went to that game, he'll break up my girlfriend for me.
You have the potential to have it done.
Okay.
Stacks is considering it.
Just something to think about.
And nobody's going to handle it better than Cal.
Stacks, my guy. Appreciate you for coming on, my man. Means a lot that you came here to share your plays with you, man. You're one of the cappers I really respect in this community.
My mom didn't like that.
Shout out to Mama Stacks, though, man. I hope you guys have a great time at the game today, man. And I hope your Braves
win. We will.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Heck yeah.
And again, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all having me on debut. Hope that nothing catch all tickets. Everybody win. Like, let's have a day.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Stacks. Thanks for stopping by. Let's go. So let's move on. If you guys are ready, Jose, we can move on to the next game now.
Hey, one time.
Yes,
I actually have a bet in this Cubs game too. I was going to let Stacks finish up here. So he was talking about that line moving back and forth. And I think it's because all the tickets are on the Mets. You got 65% of the tickets on them right now, but all the sharp money's on the Cubs. You got 60% of the money over there. And I'm on the Cubs with Stacks. I got it at plus 115. I'm seeing it coming down to plus 100 at some books, and I think it's going to stay right down there. I think the Cubs are the best play on the early board today. I think Griffin Canning, his numbers look amazing on paper to this point in the season, but he hasn't played the Cubs yet. And those 6 wins in a row, that's due to come to an end here. And this Cubs lineup, 1 through 9. There's no holes. You have leadoff hitters at the bottom of the lineup that could be starting in 15 other lineups. This is a really deep lineup. I like their ability to score runs today, and I think Boyd can really take these Mets off the board. You talk about regression and coming in a baseball season. I don't think the Mets are going to be a top 5 team versus lefties all season, but we'll see. Let's get on to the next game here.
Yeah, and let me give a quick shout out to my guy Joey DFS in the building. TC was watching them last night on the MMA show. Loved what they do over there. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for stopping in, my guys. See Desiree in there. Shout out to you, Desiree. Big show right there. Johnny K, Summit, everyone in there. Crystal Craig too. Miss Baseball. Let's go. I'm ready to move on to this next game. Yeah, so we've got Atlanta Braves, Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's get to it, Spoons.
We got Braves Pirates at PNC Park, 1:35 p.m. Eastern, first pitch. We got a lefty Chris Sale on the mound for the Braves and righty Carmen Mlodzinski for the Pirates. This is a rookie who's having a tough year so far. I'm looking at this Pirates bullpen, and I'm seeing all the major arms have gone on back-to-back days. This is a scary situation I see for the Pirates. As far as the weather goes, I see wind blowing from left to right, just 3 or 4 miles an hour. It's going to be in the 70s all day. Really nice, beautiful day for baseball. I think Stacks is going to have a real nice time at this game. If he's on the Braves, I think he's going to be making some money.
Yeah, man, this is going to be a really good game to go to. The weather looks perfect down there. I was on the Braves yesterday, and that, I gave out on the show with Jose and Debbie Cab yesterday. I gave out the Braves Celtics money line parlay. I was watching that game, and it was a beautiful day in Pittsburgh, man. I can't wait to get down to that ballpark one of these days, man. But yeah, it's a beautiful place to play. I don't have a play in this game, guys, as of right now. I would only move on the Braves, probably on the run line here at the -1.5. We're seeing the Braves, right now as a -230 at some spots right now. Big change from what it was a couple days ago in this game. We saw the Pirates at +130 on Friday. They're nearly +200 right now, +190 at some spots. Seems like an Atlanta Braves spot here on the run line. It's going to be a beautiful day for baseball, and I would only move on the Braves here in this spot. But this is going to be another pass for me, actually, in this one. I got nothing on this one, but I do have a lean towards the Braves, and have fun at this game, Stacks.
That -1.5 is just tempting to me. This Pirates team, I don't understand how they score enough runs in this game here. Between Sale being on the mound, you have a rookie and a washed up Penn. I think the Braves could really do some damage. -1.5. -1.5 on the road.
It's just that much for a reason. You know what I mean? -135 for -1.5. You know what I mean? On the road. I think it's for a reason. And Justin just said Pirates coach got tossed yesterday. They might rally behind him. That was his second game being the head coach, and he got tossed. That's crazy right there. But you kind of touched on it, Spoons. This Pirates offense, pretty much non-existent. Who's going to get it going for them? They've got O'Neal, Cruz, and Reynolds at the top. Got old man McCutchen, who can still get it done at times. But, he's still nearly 40 years old, and he's your 3 hitter in this lineup. So there's only so much you can do with this team. I don't think this is a team that's going to be set up for success the rest of the season. But, yeah, let's move on to this next game that I think me and you are both going to have a play on. In these let's go right to DC, St. Louis at the Nationals.
Yeah, Nationals Park here today. I think we're going to have a really beautiful day again for baseball. Miles Mikolas, a right-hander, versus Mackenzie Gore, a left-hander. Mikolas having a pretty good year, as well as Gore. You look at this Cards-Nats game, it opened up -130 to +110, and I see about 20 cents of movement going toward the Washington Nationals. I think that's because you got 60% of the money and 60% of the tickets on the Nationals, and I think the books are really respecting that movement. I'm on the Nats -1. I got it just past +100. I think it's -102. I tweeted it out on X. This Nationals team has a lot of bats at the top that I think can get to Mikolas, and Mackenzie Gore is a pitcher I have a lot of respect for. I think he can really get through this order. Wine Time, what are you feeling on this game?
Yeah, man. You see the jersey. You know what I mean? Washington right here. I'm right there with you, man. I'm on the Nationals here in this spot on the -1. I can get around a +102, +100. I'm gonna shop around after we break this down and see the best number available I can get. But I'm with you, man. Washington Nationals, you touched on the top of their order. Got a couple good guys up there in Abrams, Colin Wood. This team is young, and they got Josh Bell hitting fifth, hitting 130 this year. He's really struggling. Maybe he can get something going at the plate here for them. Nathaniel Lowe, also, he's got some power in that bat. But this Cardinals team, man, they've been hot. I mean, it's crazy to think that this team is, 2 games over 500 at this point in the season, when a couple weeks ago it seemed like they were like 6 or 7 games under. Just this crazy winning streak that they've been on. And all winning streaks come to an end eventually, guys. And I think that happens here in DC. Nationals have dropped their last 4 games. I believe in Mackenzie Gore should have a good start here. And I do think they can put up some runs here too in this spot. Looking at the total, seeing an 8.5 right here, I think, unless it's moved to a 9. Actually, it's at a 9 right now, +100. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I'm on the Nationals with you. I'm going to be on them on the -1. I'm going to give it out at +100 right now, and that will be my first official play I give out on this show, guys. The Washington Nationals, me and Spoons align on this one. I think we're backing the right team here in this spot. So Washington Nationals -1 +100 for me.
Yeah, if I were going to try to play devil's advocate, I see some decent numbers versus Gore from the Cardinals bats, but it's mostly Wilson Contreras, Brendan Donovan bats. I'm not that scared of right now. I don't even think Contreras is going to be the catcher going. I think it's going to be Herrera. I really like the Nationals here. I think this is a great spot. I'm glad that we're kind of aligned on our first play here.
Yeah, man. If you're ready, let's get right to this next game. This is another interesting game, man. The Milwaukee Brewers against the Tampa Bay Rays. Take it away, Spoons.
So this is a really interesting Tampa Bay Rays park. It is built exactly to the shape of New York's park. It's called Steinbrenner Field. And the weather has taken a weird shape to this park. Lefties naturally hit in it well just because of the short porch like the Yankees, but there's nothing behind this stadium. There's no buildings. There's no signs. There's no anything that keeps balls from flying out of this park. So if you have pitchers that put the ball in the air, you can have a really scary day really quickly. That's not Drew Rasmussen. He's a ground ball guy. I don't think the Brewers are going to touch him too bad. Chad Patrick, though, it's kind of a red flag. I think that's a guy that could really get touched here at Steinbrenner Field. This was designed for spring training. It wasn't designed to be a park all year round. It was designed to have fun. And I think that's what you get out of it. Fun baseball games to watch for the public. So I see a lot of offensive props being a good thing here. I could only get behind Tampa Bay. I really think Rasmussen is a much better pitcher than what Chad Patrick is at this point. Looking at the market, just lost it. This game opened at -150, and there really hasn't been a ton of movement. The line came down on some books down to an 8.5, and now it's kind of bounced back up to a 9 at most places. The wind is not blowing out the way you would want it to for a super offensive game. It's kind of going side to side. These day games are going to play a lot more offensive than the night games, but it wasn't enough for me to move on a total here. I just got close with the Rays. And also the market doesn't really tell me much. Some bigger bets on the Rays, 54% of the tickets, 71% of the money. And then as far as the over-under, 66% of the tickets have come in today on the under, and 83% of that is the money on the under. So with that line bouncing down to 8.5 and up to 9, I don't really feel I'm respecting that under money. I think the sharp bettors might be onto something here.
Yeah, this is a tough game for me, Spoons, because I've backed the over the last 2 games in this series, and I've thrown away both tickets in the trash. And it's kind of hard to back the over with both of these offenses. When you look at these offenses, look up and down. The Tampa Bay Rays lineup is never that good by any means. They always somehow make the playoffs. It's always their pitching. Same with the Milwaukee Brewers. It's usually their bullpen and their starting rotation as well. I don't like either of these teams offensively, if I'm being completely honest here. I want to move on the Brewers here, though, in this spot, though. I'm not going to lie. I do think we have a little bit of value at them being plus money here. I think Chad Patrick could have a good start against the Rays here. And we're seeing this total right now. Again, let me pull this up really quick. Seeing the total at 9 right now. Went up from I believe this was an 8.5 when it opened up. No, it opened up at a 9. So it's still been around the same. Not a lot of movement on the actual side or the total in this game. So that's also interesting. Maybe this is the game that finally gets over. I know they had some rain yesterday going on. That delayed the game for a little bit. So we'll see if
There's
they get more.
Chance for rain in today's forecast too. I see 25 to 40% chances during the game.
Yeah, that's tough here. It's tough for me to trust either of these offenses, honestly. Both of them had good pitching. I got nothing in this game as of right now. I would only move towards the Brewers, but as I keep refreshing my page, it looks like the line's moving a little bit more towards the Rays right now. We are seeing more of the money and bets coming in on them, so maybe that's why it's moving it a little bit. But these are two pretty even teams, and the Rays are going for the sweep right here. The Rays just got swept in their last series. This is a tough game. I could only lean towards the Brewers, so we might be on opposite sides in this one. Did you actually move on the Rays, or is that just a lean?
That's just a lean for me. I don't have any action in this. I've been trying to get on the totals in this park when I have a strong feel, and when the wind's not doing anything and the pressure's not obvious, I just kind of leave it alone.
No, for sure. Shout out to my guy Carlos Productions too. 199 Dono. Appreciate you, my guy. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate that big time, my man. But yeah, let's move on to the next game. Texas and Detroit, another good ball game. This is the only game I came on here with pregame action in. Spoons, can you break down this weather report in the market in this one?
Yeah, so we got the Texas Ranger versus the Detroit Tigers here today at Comerica. Looking at this is one of the most pitcher-friendly parks here today. I think minus 32% home runs. I think that really could help the pitchers out. Minus 10% run factor overall, according to our friends over there at Ballpark Pal. 56 degrees field-like temperature and low to mid 60s throughout the day. You're not going to have any precipitation in the forecast, so we do have that going from us. A little bit of wind. It's blowing from the left to right, 8 to 9 miles an hour. I don't think it's going to be enough to affect anything offensively. Maybe just push some balls foul. I think we got two really good pitchers here between Nathan Eovaldi and Reese Olson on the mound. Let me just hit the market here for you quick, and I'll let you take away what you got. So this game opened up at a minus 115, minus 105, almost pick 'em between Texas and Detroit. And the line, I had a 7.5. They were really juicing it towards the under. Now some books are hanging a 7, and some books are still kind of juicing that 7.5 under to the minus 125, minus 135 kind of range. So it's really just true sevens across the board. 68% of the tickets have come in on Detroit and 91% of the money. And then on the over under in this game, 72% of the tickets have come in on the under and 87% of the money. So a little bit of sharp money on Detroit in the under, but here you go. Wine time. Let's hear what you got.
Man, talking about this low total right here, Spoons, kind of has me thinking I want to move on this total. I do have a play on this game. I didn't know if I wanted to give it out or not. I didn't tweet it out or anything, but I'm going to give it out to you guys here. Even though we're getting a worse number, I'm going to give you guys the Texas Rangers. We're going to back Nathan Eovaldi here. You can get a plus 108, plus 110 at a lot of spots right now. I'm also looking at this under here in this game. I think Eovaldi and Olsen could both deal right here. And both these lineups are somewhat, Detroit's been playing some really good baseball. I don't know if this is going to be the kind of team that they're going to be all season long. Seems like they've been coming up in good situations. They've been having some really good offensive games. Texas coming off offensive game yesterday, scoring 10 runs. So, and then we're seeing a total right here at 7. First game did only have a total of 3 runs scored in that game. But this has me leaning towards the under as well. My only official play I'm going to give you guys is the Texas Rangers. Here, looking at the batting order, they released the lineup. Man, Jock Peterson, guy is struggling this year. It's crazy, man. Hitting 135 right now. He's definitely getting it going. I think he had that crazy slump where he was like 0 for 40, something insane. Shout out to Priscilla in the chat too. Shout out to you. Appreciate you for stopping in. Shout out to Justin as well for that $5 dono. Shout out to my guy Troy right there. Said the boys. Good to see you, Troy. Yeah, I'm on the Rangers here in this spot. I think they get it done. It's crazy to see this Texas Rangers team 2 games under 500 at this point in the season. It is still early on, and it's crazy to see the Tigers 12 games over 500. I said it in the chat yesterday. The Tigers is the kind of organization you build from the ground up and you're successful. Detroit Tigers have done that. This team was not making the playoffs. They were under 500 every single year. They built their team from the ground up, building guys within, adding pieces, building that rotation with the young arms that they have in there. Scuba, one of the best pitchers in the game right now. Got Reese Olson, another good pitcher too. So this Tigers team, this is the blueprint of how you want to start a ball club from the ground up. But I'm on the Rangers here in this spot. I think it's bad news for the Tigers. I know Rangers are coming off a win yesterday, but I think the Rangers are going to be able to get it done here. We're getting some plus money on them. It does have me kind of scratching my head a little bit because when I look at both these teams, I feel like they're pretty even. But I mean, the Detroit Tigers, their record is going to tell you that they're that much better than them. But if you actually look at it from the outside in, I think these are two pretty similar to. Does it say DeGrom there? Am I just now seeing that DeGrom's? It's Evaldi today.
No, my mistake. Yes.
I saw that in that trip. But yeah, I'm on the Texas Rangers plus 108. I got minus 103 or plus 100 last night. Went up to a minus 103. Now it's to a plus 108. You can get the best number available you can get, but I'm on the Rangers here in this spot. If that's it for you in this one, Spoons, we can move on to our guy Jose's Boston Red Sox and the Kansas City Royals.
Sounds good to me. We got the Red Sox and Royals here at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. This is going to be a really nice day to play baseball. Temperatures in the low 80s, feels like mid 70s. Wind blowing in just a little bit to help out Lucas Giolito and his propensity to give up home runs. I think this is going to be a really good spot for the Royals, in my opinion. I like Lucas Giolito, but I think this is a guy that's kind of just milking money out of whatever teams he can get at this point. He came up with a really big resume, and I don't think he's ever really lived up to it. The Royals bats are starting to come along. I think Bobby Baseball is one of the most electric people to watch. Like, when the Royals are bad, you can still watch Bobby Witt, and he's stealing bases, hitting. When the Royals are good, he's diving. Every single time you need a big play, it's him or Salvi, and I think they can come through today. I didn't end up moving on this game. I thought that wind blowing in helped Giolito more than it did Lugo. I'm a really big Seth Lugo fan. He's a guy that's got 6 or 7 pitches in his arsenal, and when he's got one bad pitch, he just throws it away and he uses the rest of his pitches. And it's really impressive to watch. He's worked his way out of a bad Mets bullpen years ago. And he's a guy, he just finds a way to win games. So here at home, a little bit of a pitcher friendly environment, I think he finds a way to get it done. Like I said, I didn't move on it, but beautiful day. I bet you Jose is not on the Red Sox today. I do not think he likes Giolito.
Spoons, you're lagging a little bit on my end. I'm not sure if that's just my end. Jose, if you can maybe let me know. But this is a good game right here, man. We're seeing no line movement right here, and we're seeing everyone come in and pretty much hammer the Royals from what it looks like to me right now. Opening the lineup about minus 125 to a minus 130. Line's not moving right now. Boston Red Sox, Jose will tell you this is a team that he thinks is going to be there at the end of the season that's going to make a run. They've got the team that can do it. They definitely do. They've got a good batting order over there, man. They posted the lineup right now. Just want to make sure. So we got Duran at the top. We got Rafi Devers, of course, DH and not playing first base, hitting second. Alex Bregman hitting third. Abreu hitting cleanup. You got Trevor Story hitting fifth. Sogard sixth. Hamilton seventh. Navarez eighth, and Rafael in center field batting ninth. Looking at the Kansas City Royals, man, 7 games over 500. I don't get it. I just don't get it why this team is 7 games over 500. I look at this team up and down. Not a fan of it, honestly. I don't like this batting order. You've touched on it. It's so fun to watch Bobby Witt Jr. play. He's one of the most exciting players to watch in all of baseball. Just when he gets on base, man, you never know if he's going to steal a base, run around those bases in a couple seconds, man. He's fast. He's one of the best young hitters. He's one of the best up-and-coming players in the league right now. So it is definitely fun to watch him play. They grabbed India from the Reds this last offseason for a leadoff hitter. He's been struggling a little bit, and they moved him out to left field, which is interesting. I think Giolito could be lined up for a decent start here, though, Spoons. As crazy as it sounds for me to say this, because this guy should be a fade. If you've been fading Giolito since he was on the White Sox 2 years ago and then coming over to the Angels, oh man, you're making a boatload of money because this guy has been getting shelled. It doesn't make sense how he still has a career in the MLB, but he's still doing it. And for that reason, I'm actually might be on the Boston Red Sox here because this line is not moving. This does seem like a hitter-friendly lineup for the pitcher that he can do well against him. I know Bobby Witt, 6 for 18 in his career against Giolito with a jack. Salvi Perez, 16 for 37 in his career against Lucas Giolito, 5 home runs, 11 RBIs. These guys are crushing him, but yet this line's not moving. We see the team that's 7 games over 500, favorites not moving, and everyone's hammering them. I'm going to move on Jose's Boston Red Sox here, guys. This might be my favorite play I've given out so far. I can get a plus 120 right now, so I'm going to take the plus 120 on the Boston Red Sox. I think they get it done here in KC, man. Yeah, I'm on Boston here. Do you have anything else in this game, Spoons?
No, I'm just peeking at bullpens. I believe Boston should have most of their relievers ready to go today. It looks like they only threw Liam Hendricks and Biarandino yesterday. Whitlock's worked a couple games this week, so is Slayton and Chapman, but Chappie's definitely ready to go. I think Whitlock should be as well. I don't have anything to take you off that Boston side, but the Royals bullpen is ready to go too, and
they have a good bullpen. That I didn't touch on that either. They have Carlos Estevez closing games out for him. One of the best, honestly, underrated closers, I feel like, the last couple of years. He's had a couple, that I remember when he was with the Angels, that last year, he had a couple of hiccups where his ERA went up. But other than that, man, this guy is lights out. So yeah, definitely at the Royals bullpen.
Yeah, the only thing I can see on this game that would go a different way is just the under. I'm looking at it, the more I look, all the pitchers are there. If Giolito doesn't give up those couple home runs he's due to give up every game because the wind's blowing in, maybe this sneaks under the total. But I'm gonna let you have that Red Sox pick. I'm not gonna try to talk you off it at all. I think it's a good one.
I know Jose's smiling backstage. So, yeah, we got that going, guys. Let's move on to the next game. And shout out to everyone in the chat, man. We've got over 100 people in here right now. We've got about 130 people in the chat. Hit the like button, guys. We want to get to 100 likes in here. Share the link on Twitter. Send it to your friend. Say we're breaking down this entire MLB card. We're giving you guys plays all for free here. Not charging by any means. Appreciate you guys showing all the love in the chat. All the new names I've seen in there today. Really appreciate that. See Maya right there. Just subscribe. Appreciate you, Maya. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, let's break this one down now, Spoon.
Yeah, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Houston Astros. First pitch is at 2:10 p.m. in Dakin Park. We got the rookie Chase Petty on the mound for the Cincinnati Reds, and then we got Ronald Blanco on the mound for Astros, also a righty. Chase Petty has kind of had a rough start to his career here with the Reds, but this Astros lineup is going to look a lot closer to the minor league rosters he was facing down there. This team just does not look the same without Alvarez in the top of the lineup. It's not the Astros team we've known for the last 10 years. This organization has done a phenomenal job of year after year putting together one of the best lineups in baseball, and it's starting to fade in front of our eyes. I had a little bit of hope that Chase Petty might be able to find a way to get through this lineup. I thought it was a really expensive line for a Houston Astros offense. I don't trust that much with Ronald Blanco, who, while he has the ability to throw good games, also can throw stinkers with the best of them. And this Reds lineup is really just Jekyll and Hyde. Either they're scoring 0 runs or they're scoring 12 runs. The market in this game, kind of interesting. I saw the open minus 145, plus 125, and the line went towards Houston and then came back. I see 8.5 still sitting there everywhere. There's a lot of sharp money on the under. I see only 55% of the tickets, but almost 90% of the money on this under. And then for Houston, I see 65% of the tickets and 63% of the money. And when you factor in the juice, that means there's actually a little bit of sharp money on the Cincinnati side, but not a ton. I got close, wanted to back Petty, but sometimes these young pitchers, you got to give them a chance to try to figure out where they sit in this league. And while I was just saying the Astros aren't that great this year, all those batters that have been there in the years past are still here, and they're probably champing at the bit to get to a AAA pitcher today.
Yeah, man. Great breakdown right there, Spoons. And shout out to everyone in the chat. We're seeing some donos. We're seeing gifted memberships. Appreciate you guys in there, man. I see my guy Scum Blaster in there. Said hit the like button, show these guys some support. Appreciate you as always, Scott Blaster, my guy from Iowa right there. Appreciate you for stopping in. Ron Lofton, the show is going to do numbers. Hope so, man. I'm glad that you guys are here with us. This is awesome, man. Love doing this. There's not a lot of people breaking down these games on Sundays, so we are stoked to be here with you guys. Getting back to this game now, Spoons, you touched on it. I mean, this Reds offense, if you're a Reds fan, you watch this offense every single game, man. Probably one of the most inconsistent offenses I've seen in quite some time. They get shut out and then they go and score 10, 11 runs in the first inning of a ball game. You know what I mean? It's just, you don't see that. And that's what these Reds have been doing. How many times have the Reds been shut out this season? I can't even count because it's been so many times. It's very inconsistent. Got some guys in that lineup that can definitely do damage, but they need to get on base. They need to get walks. That's what they need to do. And then they need to clean them up with home runs pretty much if they want to put runs on the board here. And here I am sitting here right now thinking that I want to take the Cincinnati Reds again. I was on the Cincinnati Reds yesterday. I moved on. I'm just kind of looking at the line, seeing why were a slight dog after being such a big dog the night before. What happened? They scored 10 runs in the first inning. They end up giving up 8 to 9 runs throughout the rest of the game, but they still got it done. I could only move on the Cincinnati Reds here. I might move on the Cincinnati Reds here if this line continues to move towards them. We're gonna see the public continue to bet the Astros here just because they are the Astros. Spoons touched on it. They've lost some hitters this last offseason. They acquired Paredes and Christian Walker, thinking that these guys were going to take over for the guys that, for Abreu and for Bregman, guys that, were there the last year. These guys aren't really getting it done. Don't get me wrong, Abreu was awful with them, but still, these guys just aren't getting it done for them offensively. I can't back this Astros team here. I would only back the Cincinnati Reds, and I might end up backing the Reds, guys. We'll see as this show goes on, and I look at this line move a little bit more. If it keeps moving towards the Reds, I'm going to have to move on the Reds, but maybe I should just move on them right now. But as of right now, I'm going to end up staying away from this game, guys. We can move on to, let's see, Miami and Chicago, a bum fight.
Yeah. I don't know about a bum fight. We got Sandy Alcantara on the mound.
Yeah, there we go.
He's one of the best pitchers in baseball over the last 5 to 10 years. I know he's not had necessarily the best year so far, but you can't call him a bum.
I know, just these two teams in general.
Shout out my guy Rod Z in chat. One of my favorite cappers since I've gotten into this. He just amazing takes, amazing sides. Really glad to see him here.
Yeah, we got to get Rod on the show one of these days. Rod, I'm going to reach out to you in these next couple of weeks to see if you can come on for a show. I know you're a busy guy, so if you can come on, you let me know when you can come on, and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, so this Miami Marlins Chicago White Sox game. It's played at unguaranteed rate field, 2-10 today. Sean Burke, this is one of Jose Buquet's guys. This is one of these rookies that he's really kind of put his hat on, said he's going to have a good season. And I see why. He has the ability to get through lineups, and this Marlins lineup is not a tough one to try to get through. That being said, the White Sox lineup is a joke. I bet you could put together AAA lineups in multiple organizations that would hit better than this team is right now. Outside of that, Luis Robert and Edgar Quero, I don't see that many bats. Andrew Vaughn is literally just a home run or nothing. And you can find that guy anywhere. This is a White Sox team I want to take advantage of all season long. You give me Sandy Alcantara minus 135, I will pay that juice, not even think about it. I bet it very quickly. Miami Marlins money line. You look at this field today, minus 7% runs, minus 6% home runs, minus 15% extra base hits. All those things I really think favor the Marlins. If the White Sox bats aren't in a hitting environment, I think they really struggle to put things together. And if Alcantara has to walk or get around Andrew Vaughn and that's all he's got to worry about, I don't think this is going to be much of a problem. And then it brings me to my biggest thing on the board. Every White Sox bullpen arm that they trust has pitched in back-to-back games right now. And if I can get the worst of the White Sox bullpen after a rookie that they don't want to test his arm more than 5 innings, I just have to do it. The Marlins is my favorite bet today. They're not a team that anybody generally likes to get on. The market, I think, is really interesting in this game. I see 56% of the tickets on Miami, but 71% of the White Sox. 71% of the money on the White Sox. And anytime the money's on the White Sox, I want to fade that so quick because people trying to get cute and put money on the White Sox just makes the books happy. Because if you're a bookmaker, all you're trying to do is fish for bad team money. That's what you got to do. It's baseball. 60% of the time, the best team's going to win every time. I don't understand how Burke's going to keep Miami off the board for 9 innings. He's not. It's going to be 5 innings, and it's going to be a bad bullpen. Marlins are going to find a way to win this game. I'm excited about it. A lot of money on the under, 94%. So I don't think there's going to be a ton of runs here. What do you think about this, Wine Time?
Yeah, you got me pumped about this bum fight, man. But yeah, you mentioned it. Sandy Alcantara, I mean, he's been one of the best pitchers in the game. He's got great stuff. Looking at his numbers, guys, I mean, not as bad. Those numbers don't describe what kind of pitcher he truly is. If you look at the teams that he's faced as well, the last 2 teams he's faced were the LA Dodgers, faced the Phillies in there as well. 2 of the best lineups in all of baseball, 2 of the best lineups we've ever seen in baseball, if you ask me. They've got some of the best hitters in baseball. It's just crazy. Washington Nationals, a team that's just scrappy. He'd pitch decent against them, but this should be a get-right spot for Sandy. I mean, this has to be. If this isn't a get-right spot for Sandy, I don't know if we can really back Sandy a lot going forward because this is the weakest lineup probably in baseball, and this is a lineup that he can easily go in there and throw 7 to 8 shutout innings and strike out 10 to 11 guys. That's just what he can do here. That's what he should do. Those are the expectations, I would think, going into this game. I hear what you're saying because I want to move on the Marlins. I told you that earlier. I want to move on the Marlins, but it's just the more I'm looking at it, I know the line's probably not as favored towards the Marlins because they are the Marlins and it's Sandy Alcantara's. It's still a tough game for me. I feel like this might be a little bit of a trap as well, but at the same time, you mentioned it. Some of these bad teams like the Rockies, like the White Sox. I mean, the sharps are on these guys. It's a little percentage of bets and bigger percentage of money on these teams, and they're losing every single game. So, like you said, the books are opening up their arms to that. This is just a game I want nothing to do with. I'm going to end up backing away from this one. I won't add a play in this one. I was really close to moving on the Marlins, but I'm going to stay away from this one. I don't want the Marlins here in this spot. It seems a little bit too good to be true. And if it is, I'll take that. And, that I didn't take the bet, but I'm going to stay away from this one.
Yeah, respect that. The Marlins aren't a team that anybody's trying to run to the ticket counter to bet. But when I see the White Sox 3 pitchers that they trust have pitched all in back-to-back games, I don't understand how the White Sox have a chance to close this game out.
Yeah, I hear you.
You ready to move on to San Francisco, Minnesota then?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go right to Twin Cities here. Let's go.
All right, so another game at 2:10 Eastern. This game's at Target Field, Minneapolis. Landon Roop on the mound for the San Francisco Giants, right-hander, and another right-hander, Pablo Lopez, on the mound for the Twins. Looking at the weather in this game, Ballpark Pal has plus 1% runs. Everything's really pretty neutral. There's nothing jumping out at me. I don't see much for wind that's going to affect the game. What do we got at the market in this game? We got 50% of the tickets on Minnesota and 57% of the tickets and 57% of the money on Minnesota. And then we have 90% of the tickets on the under and 89% of the money on the under. So everybody, the market has pretty much decided the under is the play in this game. The books, though, have moved the line from an 8 to an 8.5. So definitely something interesting going there. I'm going to say the people that run the books probably know a little bit more than the bettors. I think the over is the play in this game. I don't have a play on it, but I think Lopez is somebody that's really always due to get hit. And I think these Giants bats can do it. Landon Roop, I think he's got the ability to be a really good pitcher in this league. But that takes years of experience learning to get through lineups. Maybe they can get through the Twins today here, but I think this over is the play. Again, I didn't end up moving on this game, but what do you got, Wine Time?
Oh, man. Apologies to my guy just hanging out backstage right now. I can't leave my guy hanging on ice for too long, man. Before I bring him up, man, shout out to my guy that's about to come on, man. I've been doing shows with him for probably about the last year, every single Saturday. Great time doing it. Got to kick it with him in Public Palooza for last 2 years. This last year was a great time. Got to kick it with him a good amount. Everyone in this community, man, great group of people. Love you guys all, man. But this is one of my favorite cappers, one of my favorite people. Guys, let's bring on my guy, Dabby Cab. Cab, what's good, my
What's
guy?
up, guys? Man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all are absolutely killing it. This is exactly what Pub Sports Radio needed on a Sunday. Two great cappers breaking down every baseball game. I've been loving it. I told Jose in a text, I said, hey, Jose, if they don't see me, it's good, man. You don't got to bring me up here. I'll just keep listening, man. Y'all are doing awesome, so keep it up.
Heck yeah, bro. I'm glad to have you, my guy. It's crazy to bring you on as a guest after all these months, man. So I'm stoked, dude. It's awesome.
Dude, I'm there. I mean, Saturday, Sunday, these have been our days, man, going back to college football. So we'll keep it rolling today, man.
Let's keep it going. Cab, before we get into this game, was there a game that we went over that you want to talk about, or are you kind of just going with the flow here on the next couple games?
I'm good to hang out if y'all want. I did take Josh Smith on the Rangers game. I know that's backtracking. And anybody who's been riding with me knows I've been on Josh Smith. And if you've been on him with me, we've been cashing. He's the leadoff hitter for the Rangers. He's hitting over 320. You're going to get 4 or 5 at-bats on him. And his hits, runs, RBIs is at -105, -110 again. I think that's a steal. You got to bet it. You got to bet it. I've been betting it. I'm going to keep betting it. You know, baseball started slow for me, guys, but I've had 5 winning days in a row. I got a 3-0 sweep yesterday, so got to keep it rolling right now.
All right. Well, before we move on, I'm going to put that play in right now as we speak. And going over this game too, the San Francisco Giants and the Minnesota Twins here. Minnesota Twins been playing some good baseball these last couple weeks. They started off one of the slower teams in baseball. It seems like that get right series against the Angels a couple weeks ago, when the Angels came in on no rest on that weekend sweep. Seems like the Twins have really taken a turn. And I mean, it's that guy out there in center field, Byron Buxton. I mean, this guy's playing at such a high level right now. This guy was hitting under 200 for the first couple weeks of the season. Here he is now, just playing some clutch baseball, especially later in the games. It just seems like he's always on base. And when he's on base, man, it's kind of hard not to score him because he's so fast running around those bases. Shout out to my guy right there. Dean said, let's go wine time. Appreciate you for coming, my guy. And Maya said, we got to get to 100 likes. Yeah, we got to get to 100 likes, guys. Let's get there. This is going to be a pass for me, guys. I want to move on the Giants here in this spot, though. I just look at both these two teams, and I think the Giants are the better team here. We're getting plus money on them as well. And the Giants, they've lost the last 2 games to them by the score of 3-1 and 2-1. They haven't been able to get anything going on offense, and that's something what the Giants usually struggle over the years. It's usually the good pitching. Offense usually struggles. They don't have a lot of guys in that order, but it does seem like they can get off on some pitchers at any point in the game. I'm gonna stay away from this game. This is gonna be a pass for me.
All right, hold on one time. So I'm looking at these 2 bullpens, and the Giants haven't used a significant arm in their bullpen in days. And if you go to Minnesota's bullpen, their number 1 guy, Yohan Duran, the hardest guy to hit in their entire pitching staff, has pitched 3 out of 4 days. Their best setup man, Griffin Jax, has pitched 3 out of 4 days. Their next 2 best setup men, Cole Sands and Louis Varland, have pitched 2 out of 4 days. I got to imagine Sands and Varland are good to go, but I don't think Jackson Durant, I don't think they want to pitch them 4 to 5 days in a situation like this. Your tops
Nobody's
getting one
going to
of
pitch
those.
4 out of 5 days.
You're maybe getting one of those arms, but they're really important. You're not trying to throw away your season right now. Yeah. If the Twins can't find a way to get to Raup early, I really think this is a San Francisco spot. Duvall's on 3 days rest, Walker's on 3 days rest, Tyler Rogers, every single arm that matters to them is available and ready. I'm really close to moving on San Francisco. By the time the show ends, I might add it to my card. I haven't done it this second, but I think this is a decent play. You have a little more money on Minnesota right now with 57% of the money, but I think this is a San Francisco spot. And hearing you talk about it, it kind of is opening my eyes to it a little bit more.
Anything but a quality start out of Pablo Lopez puts the Twins in a tough position, right? And even if he does have a quality start, they could still be in a tough position. I mean, with what the bullpen's like, I mean, it's not looking good, like you said. So, yeah, maybe you like Pablo Lopez and you take the Twins first 5. I get that, but full game bet, if you got a bullpen that's burned out like that, like I said, even if he gives you a quality start, Giants are still alive on the money line.
Yeah, and seeing right now, I can get the Giants at a plus 140. Oh, man. I might end up moving on this one right here. We'll see. I'm going to see where this line goes. It seems like Sunday mornings, these lines just go everywhere to start the game. Chicago Cubs were down, Spoon said to almost nearly a favorite at plus 100. You said, I think you said minus 105 at one point.
It got down to almost minus 105 at one point. I saw Ian Happ got announced out for the Chicago Cubs. He's a really crucial bat switch hitter for them towards the top of the lineup. So I imagine that has affected a little bit of the line movement since that.
Yeah, I see it. When you said it, it's moved 5 cents towards the Mets, but I mean, it's probably just because of that reason, I'm going to guess. But yeah, moving on to the next game, though, guys, unless you want to give out an official play on this, I'm not going to give out the Giants here quite yet. I might end up tweeting it out, but we'll see. All good? Yeah.
I'm all good for now. We'll revisit it at the end.
Let's go to Coors then, man, where the ball flies.
The ball does fly at Coors. I mentioned Ballpark Pal a lot of times. They have a model that they use. They use air pressure, wind, past performance in ballparks, all sorts of things to come up with a run percentage that they apply to each park on a day. And Coors Field has the highest affected run percentage today at 32% plus runs. And that's plus 28% home runs. That is huge. And it's not really an outlier for Coors. You'll see this over and over again, that they're going to be the most offensive park in baseball or one of them. As long as it's not cold, this is a really good place to hit. And I think that's why you saw the Padres absolutely go off yesterday.
Crazy.
And I was kind of just glancing at lines this morning. I think I saw the Padres team total was at 7.5.
Yeah, that's where it was yesterday.
That's a lot.
It's like their team total is at 7.5. That is that's Mickey Mouse stuff right there. That's hilarious.
It's 7. Not only that, Spoons, it's over 7.5 juiced at minus 130.
What's even funnier is I took a Jackson Merrill over 2.5 bases yesterday at almost even money. Like, come on, bro. Like,
I know, right? Like,
wild,
right there.
And he got it. He got it too. The dude is almost hitting
Merrill killing the baseball. 11 hits in the 4 games since he's been back.
Dude, it's insane how I know he's played 15 games this year only, but he's hitting 450 right now. Let me pull it up.
That actually brings me to my play for this game. Each Sunday I'm going to try to come up with one home run play of the day, and it's Jackson Merrill. 3 extra base hits, 11 hits in 4 games. He's playing at Coors, plus 28% home run. And I haven't even got to my favorite part about this. He hits righties very well. He's a lefty that has great righty splits. And then you got Marquez on the mound, who's a righty who has bad lefty splits. Everything matches up for me today. If you're a guy that doesn't want to take the home run prop, that's fine. Just like Dabby Cab was saying, hits, runs, RBIs, bases, you can get it. Don't be scared of the number. It's going to be big. He's going to get 5-6 at-bats today, and every single one of those he could go deep. And if he doesn't go deep, he's probably hitting an extra base hit. I love this kid, and he has so much protection in the lineup. One issue when you try to get in hitter props, you're like, oh, I really like Juan Soto. I really like Aaron Judge. Well, sometimes when a pitcher is going up against them, they see the same thing you see. The wind's blowing out, and Aaron Judge is standing there. I'm going to put him on first because I don't want to give up a home run to him right now. And you can't do that with Merrill. The Padres lineup is getting healthier. Cronenworth's back. I think this is a really good spot. I couldn't attack this game in any other way. I see minus 350s, and I can only take the dog. And friends don't let friends bet the Rockies. That's not what you should be doing. That's where I'm at so far in this game. If you really want to look at the market, you got 53% of the tickets on the under and 69% of the money on the under. I think that's crazy. I wouldn't do that. And you got 79% of the tickets on San Diego, but only 54% of the money. So a little bit of sharp money on Colorado. I have a few friends that are Padres fans. I live close to one of their single A teams, and Padres fans tell me the Rockies own the Padres, and they're scared to bet the Padres against the Rockies. And that's just, it's funny. It's like when you see a big dog scared of a Chihuahua. It doesn't make any sense.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I mean, it's crazy to see the Padres at a minus nearly 360 right now. It's moved almost, has this moved 100 cents in the direction? I'm seeing opening lines around minus 260, minus 270. I'm not sure how accurate that is. You'll probably have to touch on that, Spoons, but I think they're this much of a favorite for a reason. I'm going to go to their team total, guys. You said all that money's on the under right now. I don't get it. I think Padres are going to be able to easily score 8 runs here in this game. This is going to be the highest team total I've ever given out, not only on air, but ever. I've never given out an over 7.5 team total, but I'm going to lock it in.
They're trying so hard to keep you off that team total by putting a 7.5.
Oh, yeah. And it's juiced for like these guys are going to score 10 runs before the 5th inning, it seems like. And if they don't, they don't. I'll take my chances there. But I think I'm going to take what the books are giving me and give me a 7.5. They're telling me that they're going to score 8 runs today at the minimum. This lineup can do it against Herman Marquez, pitcher I don't trust. He's 0-6 going into this one. And I'm not going to take the Padres on the run line because it's still too expensive. So I'm just going to move on their team total. I'm just going to expect that they score 8 runs today and get it done for me. So that's going to be another official play for me, guys. I'll tweet it out after this. Padres team total over 7.5 minus 130.
And
I hear they say, what'd you say, Spoon? Friends don't let their friends bet the Rockies.
Yes.
So I don't know what that says about me here, but I mean, I'm pretty sure this line's over minus 300, which means if you do what you say you do, Jose, you got to bet the Rockies, bro. Like, so I'm ready for you to make it official and let everybody know you're betting the Rockies. Let's hear
it. Voice of God, come down.
I mean, you can maybe get a plus 2.5 at an affordable price at this point, man. It's crazy.
No, he takes the money line.
I think this doesn't fit his play because this lined open at 245. I think he likes it when it opens at 300. I think when it moves 60 cents to 300, I think he does respect that.
Oh, that's copping out. You got to bet it, Jose. You got to bet the Rockies.
Shout out to everyone in the chat, my guy. We got 100 likes, guys. We did it. We're not even an hour into the show. We got to 100 likes. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Keep hitting that like button, guys. Send this link to your friends. Let's get paid, guys. Anything else on this game? Jose, are you going to do it or are you going to stay away from this one?
Just know that next time you say something and stand on principle, I don't believe you.
All right, well, we'll move on to the Sacramento Athletics. It's crazy.
Just gonna make that official right there. Plus 275. Jackson Merrill.
Home
run. Right. What are they calling it in chat? Dong of the day. I don't know if we're gonna go with that official. I think that's a little gay, but we'll see where we go.
All right, let's get right to it, boys. We got the New York Bronx Bombers heading over to Sacramento, man.
Oh, just a second here.
So good,
New York Yankees versus the Sacramento Athletics being played at Sutter Health Park. This is a AAA park. This is a AAA park that is in the most offensive friendly AAA environment in baseball. So we got to be really aware that there's going to be some teams hit up when they play at Sutter. Ballpark Pell has this as the third most offensive friendly park to play in today. Actually second, plus 17% home runs and plus 14% runs. So I think this Athletics team and this New York Yankees team are going to have another offensive output. You've seen it from both sides so far where one team's been able to put it up. Next, I look at Luis Severino on the mound today. I think most people are aware he used to pitch for the Yankees. And I think this is a guy that has a little bit of chip on his shoulder. And I really want to find a way to back the Athletics when they play the Yankees. And he's on the mound. He's already got a little bit of the experience of playing here in this AAA park. And the Yankees, have you seen an official pitcher for this? I've seen a couple different names floated out there.
Yeah, Rodon pitched yesterday, no?
Yeah, I got TBD right now.
So they got a few different guys they can go to. Trying to pull this up.
Yeah, still undecided. I'm looking at a couple different sites. I don't see a listed starter for the Yankees.
Hey, while you're pulling that up, man, shout out to Old E and Joey D, gifting those Pub Sports Radio memberships. Guys, we don't sell you guys picks. You didn't have to pay to get Spoon and Wine Time up here today. They just come up here, bring you this great content, give you their best bets so you guys can get paid. The memberships keep this channel alive. That's how this channel makes money. So thank you for everyone that got one. And to the people considering getting a membership, if you like hanging out with us, well, what the fuck are you waiting on? Get a membership. Hit the join button in the description. We love you guys. Thank you.
So I see Schmidt as a possibility to go today for the Yankees. Just looking at recent rest, unless they have a call-up I'm not seeing. I didn't end up moving on this game, but with the offensive weather here. Severino on the mound. I really like the Athletics bats. I know a lot of people look at the Yankees and their mind goes to the last 30 years of their lives where the Yankees have been way better than the Athletics. But this Athletics team has some really good bats in it. And Schmidt's not the kind of guy that's not going to give up a home run or two to Butler, Rooker, Langoliers, Soderstrom. Like, you say Athletics, but the Yankees, they look a little short. I see Aaron Judge, and outside of that, there's a lot of bats you can pitch around. Kind of go back and forth. I don't think the market data means that much until you get an official pitcher. Again, I believe it's going to be Schmidt. So this line opened up at a minus 135 to the Yankees, and I see minus 135s, minus 142s, all right in that range still. So I don't think anybody's got a real sharp look on this. It's Athletics or nothing for me. What do you got, Wine Time?
I agree with you, man. It's Athletics or nothing here for me in this spot. We don't have a starter yet for the Yankees. We're just seeing both these teams hit the shit out of the ball the last couple games, man. I was on the over in the Friday night game. I don't know why I didn't get back on the over yesterday. And I don't know why I haven't moved on this over right now because it's an offensive ballpark, man. We're going to be seeing that in Sacramento, and these are two teams that can definitely crush the ball. Athletics, really young team, young lineup. Those 1 through 4 guys, man, but they're impressive. It's going to be fun to see what they do these next couple of years to see if they could actually build something over there. With that being said, though, looking at this right now, this is going to be a no play for me in this spot just because I don't have a listed pitcher. I want to move on the over, and I kind of want to move on the Athletics just because the line's not really moving. Everyone's hammering the Yankees. You touched on the Yankees last 30 years, always been better than the A's. And
15 to 20 mile an hour winds blowing straight out.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, you told me everything I needed to hear, Spoons. Once it becomes available, because the line is not available, I can't find it at either of my books right now. I'm guessing because there's no listed pitcher, but still. So I'm going to guess by the time this comes out, it's going to probably be an 11 already. And I'll still probably move on the 11. And I can't give out the 10.5 here because I can't move on it. So I'm not going to give it out, but I do have a lean towards the over. I think both teams are going to be able to hit the ball. We're not going to see much of a difference than we have the last couple of games. Seen the wind blow out like that too. Tells us everything we need to know, man. I'm with you, but this is going to be a pass for me. What do you think about this one, Cab?
I tell everybody there's certain situations where, look, I respect, shout out to Jimmy the Bag. He's the leader of capping White Sox versus the Rockies. But I don't do that. And I also don't cap games without a pitcher. What the fuck you guys want me to say? Until I know the pitcher, I don't know what to tell you. So
yeah,
no,
yeah, literally. Nothing's even available. I mean, is this line available for you, Spoons, right now at your books?
Yeah. So I have some legal books that I'm looking at right now, and I see a 10.5, 115 right now at BetMGM. If you wanted it, we could put you down for that on the show too, One Time. If you want to just do that, I understand that the way you work's a little bit differently, but I'd have no problem with that.
Until we hear your voice say that you officially bet it, Jose, I don't think anybody believes you. All you got to do is click the button on your name and then just say, yes, everybody, I bet the Rockies. It's official.
No, yeah, I'm going to end up staying away from this one until it becomes available for me. When it does, I'll end up tweeting it out. Anything I tweet out, we'll add to the show as well. But yeah, I'm going to stay away from this one as of right now.
It's a perfect situation too, because if the Rockies somehow win, Jose better say thank you to me. And if they don't, I'm gonna tell you how dumb you are.
All right, let's get to Anaheim, boys. Let's go to my city.
All right. So we got the Baltimore Orioles versus Los Angeles Angels. We got 6 to 10 mile an hour winds blowing out. Temperatures in the 80s, feels like 82 for most of the game. Looks like there's 0% chance of precipitation, so we got a really nice day at the ballpark. Maybe a little hot here in Anaheim there, but two pitchers, Zach Eflin and Tyler Anderson on the mound, off to decent starts to their season. I personally am a Zach Eflin fan. I lean the Orioles here. I think this park has the ability to play pretty offensively today. It's actually 6% runs and plus 17% home runs on Ball Pal. That's the 5th ranked stadium out of all of them. So pretty offensive. Anytime you see that with Orioles bats that really need to get on the board hitting and Tyler Anderson on the other side, this screams regression. This is the spot where the Orioles wake up and really come to life. I think the books are telling you that with the line. I'd like to see that total a little bit higher, but that's not all that telling in my book. It's not enough for me. I didn't get there with the Orioles. I don't want to just keep saying that I expect the Orioles bats to play better and just not see it happen, because that's what's happened this far this season, that everybody expects them to be better than what they have. And the Angels, while Trout's not there, you got a bunch of guys that are trying to prove it, and everybody's talking shit about them, from their own Angels fans to their own management. So, you get that chip on your shoulder mentality. Hey, fuck these Orioles that can't swing anyway, and we can win a game. It's not enough for me to get on it, so I skipped.
Yeah, it's interesting because I've been waiting for negative regression from Tyler Anderson the last couple of years. It just hasn't happened. It's crazy. This guy's been a stud the last couple of years for the Angels. When they originally signed him from the Dodgers, I thought it's going to be one of those old guys we signed that's going to get lit up. He's going to have a 5 or 6 ERA. He's pitched really well these last couple of years. I mean, he was the only all-star on our team last year. And going into this one, he's been pitching well, but I mean, you touched on it. This weather out here, guys, it's going to be hot. I mean, it's supposed to be like 87 out here today. It's going to be hot. I think runs are going to be able to be scored at an all-time high today. We haven't gotten too many runs these last couple of games with the offensive weather that we've had in an offensive ballpark that we have here in Anaheim. So I'm on it. I'm on the over 9 minus 110. I think both teams are going to be able to hit today. It's been inconsistent these first 2 games. Angels only scored 1 run the first game, 5 runs yesterday. Orioles 4 and 2 runs over their last 2 games. Orioles haven't been able to get it together offensively, but this is a perfect time to get right offensively in Anaheim on a hot day like this. I think this is going to sail over the total. I'm going to be on another over here, guys. I'm going to be on the Orioles Angels over 9 minus 110. I absolutely love this. I just made it official.
2 starting pitchers with an ERA of 3 or better, and the total sitting at a 9. Yeah, this game's going over, man. Both these guys are good for aggression. I do like Eflin. I think Spoon said that. I like him as well. And then, like you said, Anderson just keeps doing the damn job. I mean, over. I do still think, even though Tyler Anderson has been, really good the last 2 years for your Angels, dude, he's walking a thin line.
I love what you guys are saying here with this over here right now. I'm looking at the market. I see 67% of the tickets on the under, 81% of the money on the under. And I'm looking at ESPN Bet, a book that I think is pretty sharp with their totals, taking a 9.5, and they're hanging out a minus 130, minus 135 with it to try to get some extra money on that. That over is beautiful. Why would a book do that when everybody else is giving you that 9? They know nobody's going to come there to buy the 9.5. They're just getting that juiced under money. So they can just add that to their ticket at the end of the day.
Yep.
I really like that over, guys.
All right. Yeah, I think we're all in agreement on this one. We got a couple games left, guys. Thanks for showing out, guys. Shout out to everyone in the chat right here. Just my 2 cents, my guy. Appreciate you as always. Big Show Picks, my brother right there. Chris Warren, Priscilla. Thanks for showing out, Priscilla. Appreciate you. Oldie as always. Chris Warren, Wager Detective, JR, AM, Chris Warren, everyone in there. Shout out to you guys. Let's go to Arizona, man. Dodgers at Arizona. It's been a very interesting series.
Yeah, we got an early West Coast matchup for the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Going to be at 4:10 Eastern time here at Chase Field. I believe the roof is closed for today's game. Yes, the roof is closed. So that'll minimize the weather effects for today. Still, even with the roof closed, this is one of the more offensive-friendly parks in baseball, just the way the temperature and pressure in the air is at. You got Tony Gonsolin, a right-hander, and Zach Gallen, a right-hander, 2 pitchers that put good careers together. Gonsolin, a lot of injuries, but last year really showed a lot to me. He's not a guy I want to try to fade over and over again. This market has some interesting stuff going on. Dodgers always command a lot of money. So whenever you don't see more than 75% of the money, I think it's a little bit of a red flag. And they only have 52% of the tickets and 70% of the money. So I think Arizona is probably a little bit of sharper side in my opinion. But you have 56% of the tickets on the under in this game and 66% of the tickets on the over. That total opened up at 9.5 and has remained consistent at 9.5 across the board. I think there's a lot of respect for these offenses here, but this is a game I don't have a huge take on. I like to fade the Dodgers around even money, and Zach Gallen's just not had the season that gives me the confidence to back him right here. But being one of their best pitchers at home, I could only be on the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Ronnie Lofton, man. Shout out to Ron Lofton, biggest D-backs fan I know out there. He's been making some cash off Corbin Carroll this year. See them right here. D-backs money line -115, and Carroll over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Only +120 for that 2.5. I don't know. That looks pretty good to me there on Lofton. I might have to tail you on that one. Going into this game, man, I backed the Diamondbacks the last couple games. We saw what happened on that Friday night. Shohei Ohtani, man. That was absolutely wild. The 6-run comeback in the 8th inning. It's on the D-backs. I was on them live +2.5. They had a 3-run lead going into the 8th inning. They end up losing the game by 3 runs. Crazy. Just absolutely wild. And D-backs, got their revenge yesterday. These are 2 good teams, guys. 2 of the deeper lineups in baseball. I think D-backs have one of the deepest lineups in baseball, 1 through 7. I mean, these guys are pretty damn good. I mean, you got Gurriel hitting 6th or 7th most of the time. This guy could be hitting cleanup for some teams, at least 5th. With that being said, could only back the Diamondbacks as well here. I'm 1-1 in this series. I don't know if I'm going to end up moving on the Diamondbacks here. I might end up just staying away from this one. It looks like it's about -105 each way right now. We're looking at a total of 9.5 juice to the under at -120 right now. Tough game. This is a game I think that you could look at props and have some success in the prop market with both of these teams, honestly. I might look at Corbin Carroll a little bit, might look at Ketel Marte a little bit here too. It's something I'll look at later on. But as of right now, this is going to be nothing for me in this one. What do you got on this one, Cap?
I'd probably look at the first 5 under. It's a little juiced if you want the 5.5. But I mean, as good as both of these offenses are, I know 2 nights ago we saw a 14-11 baseball game. But we saw a 3-0 baseball game yesterday, right? It's still baseball. And Gonsolin and Gallen are both 2 pitchers that I consider very, very talented. And I think anybody that watches baseball would. I know Gallen's numbers are a little up this year. I mean, but if you dig into him, he had a start where he gave up 6 runs and he had a start where he gave up 5 runs, okay? If you X those out, which I get, you can't do that. He's sitting at around 0 to 2 runs pretty much consistently every start. So he's had 2 kind of blow up starts right there. I think Gallen's numbers continue to regress back to the norm. He's definitely not a guy who's going to keep an ERA over 4 for the season. I just think that you've got 2 really good pitchers and a first 5 total at 5.5. It's hard. I mean, I might actually make that official, but I haven't yet.
I like it. You got anything to cap this one off?
So if you think about the last couple of days in this Arizona Dodger matchup, the roof has been open, and it plays more offensive friendly when that roof's open. I don't think the public is definitely going to know that the roof's closed. You add the better pitchers here. You literally put a lid on the hoop. I like that under. That it makes a lot of sense to me. I wouldn't mind paying that juice either. It almost feels like they're trying to keep you off that. That seems like a good number to me.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, so we got Cab might move on this first 5 under 5.5. Too many runs with these 2 pitchers. We got Spoons in agreement with him. Nothing official as of right now. But if they do make it official, I'll let you guys know. Anything else in this one, guys?
No, I think the Corbin Carroll prop, maybe the for me, it's hard to look at, Ohtani as props because obviously there's not very many players that are going to have as much juice as somebody like Ohtani is. Yeah. But at the same time, when you got a star pitcher on the mound, I always like to consider looking at him.
Oh, for sure.
It's a competition type thing. You guys got to understand when he sees somebody who he knows is good, it just turns the dial just a little bit. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, guys. If you guys are ready, let's move on. Let's go right to Seattle. Another pretty good series right here with the Blue Jays and the Mariners. Jose?
Oh, I can move it.
You're good.
Jose fell asleep.
Spoons, you want to start this one off, my guy, as usual?
Yeah, we got the Toronto Blue Jays at the Seattle Mariners. We're playing this game at 4:10 p.m. Eastern at T-Mobile Park. We got Jose Urena, journeyman pitcher, years on Texas, Detroit, many teams. And then we got Bryce Miller, a younger pitcher for the Seattle Mariners, who's a high prospect who's shown pretty good stuff at the major league level. This game is going to be played at 55 degrees for most of the day. A small percent chance of rain. I'm looking at 18 to 20% throughout the course of the game. And some wind blowing out to center, maybe a little bit to left. This game, when I look at it, I see Jose Urena on the board, and I know a lot of people just immediately think gas can, and I do too. He's a pitcher that's shown the ability to get contracts, and that's because he can get outs and eat innings. But
can I hit on that a little bit with you?
Yeah, take it away, Cap.
Just the Jose Urena comment that you made. I just wanted to hit on that, dude. Like, he is a perfect example of how baseball sometimes doesn't make sense. Like, his fastball comes in at around 96. He can get it up over 96, and it's got great movement on it. His off speed is disgusting, but he sucks. He just can't ever get the job done. Like, it's one of those things where I think the hitter can see the ball out of his hand clearer than they can most pitchers. I don't think that he does a good job covering up the ball coming out of his rotational. Like, as he comes out of his rotation, I think the hitter picks it up right away because his stuff is disgusting. That's why he gets those contracts, Spoon, because as a pitching coach, I would watch him and I'd be like, oh, yeah, I can fix you. And then he goes out there and sucks. So I don't know. I just wanted to touch on that.
That makes a lot of sense to me. There's only so many guys out there with the ability to twirl a ball like that. And I mean, if you're that close, that means you're maybe just one adjustment away from being one of the best pitchers in baseball. And that's a gift and a curse with a lot of these high prospects across the league. I could only get there with Seattle today. I heard our guy Stacks, Justin McCalvey, gave out Cal Raleigh. I want to say it was the hits run RBI prop or is the bases prop. This guy's one of the best catchers in baseball. Probably is the best catcher in baseball. I look at Seattle's bullpen. Munoz, their closer, is ready to go tonight. I know last night didn't go well, but they got some arms that they can use again tonight. I think the Blue Jays are going to be in a bad spot by the time they get there. The line's really telling with that minus 185. I see probably 15, 20% of respect from a minus 165 opener. So I think the books believe in the Mariners too. Bryce Miller is probably the X factor for me here. He can get touched, and the Blue Jays bats, they got enough guys that could get to him, but Bryce Miller is another one of those guys with 6 pitches. And I think as he gets older, he's learning that, hey, when I can't throw my slider, I just stop throwing my slider. And I think he's getting a little more effective. I like to watch what he's doing. Him and Logan Gilbert are just fun to watch. It's a little too expensive for me, but I played with the -1 on this Mariners team. I don't like to lay a -1.5 with the offense because outside of a few bats, I don't trust their ability to score too many runs. I think that 77% of the tickets being on Seattle and only 63% of the money is a little alarming. It means somebody has belief in Toronto, and the Mariners Park is really pitcher friendly. You take a guy like Urania, who's maybe one adjustment away from being a really good pitcher. Maybe that pitcher's park is that small adjustment he needed, and he's just always been in bad parks. But I don't know. It'd be Mariners or nothing. I'm off the game.
Yeah, this is a game I didn't end up moving on, guys, but if we're going to do a parlay at the end, if we end up putting a parlay together, this is going to be the first parlay piece. It's going to be the Seattle Mariners money line. I think the -1 is just, I don't even want to take the juice on that. I just want to throw them in a parlay, but I think they get it done. The Blue Jays have taken the first 2 games in the series. Blue Jays need to start going. This was I feel like a nice get right series against the Mariners, but I think the Mariners are probably going to take care of business here at home. Shout out to Sarah in the chat right there. Thanks for coming by, Sarah. Appreciate you. But yeah, I'm going to move on the Mariners money line in a parlay. Nothing official that I'm going to give out here, guys. Just a game I don't really want to get involved with. I was on the Blue Jays on Friday night. They took care of business. I got them at plus money. Now they're here sitting at a plus 150. It just seems like this is a Mariners spot here. Looking at this, but nothing for me in this one, guys. You got anything else left to say for this one, Dabby Cab?
Here, I'll put that parlay together for you. Jackson Merrill over 1.5 total bases and the Mariners to win the game. You're welcome.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm a better or not, but let's see what that 1.5 is. If it's like 300 or something, we can't do it. But if it's in the 200s, then yeah, you'll get even money right around plus money.
I will take a look at that when we break down this next game. Spoons, believe this is the last game of the card. This is Sunday Night Baseball. Just for you guys know out there, we're not doing a Sunday Night Baseball stream tonight because of Mother's Day. We're going to be doing them every Sunday after this, though. So shout out to you guys who've been showing out. Won't be there today, but we'll be there next week. Take this one away. Spoon's last game on the board. Phillies, Guardians.
Yeah, we got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Cleveland Guardians. 7:10 p.m. Like you said, last pitch of the game here at Progressive Field. You got Zach Wheeler, a right-hander on the mound, who's not having a career season by any means, but he matches up pretty well with this Cleveland offense, in my opinion. On the opposite side, you got Luis Ortiz. He's a pitcher that did pretty well with the Pittsburgh Pirates here over the past few seasons. I think he's a decent pitcher that has a chance to continue to be successful in the MLB. But I think this Phillies lineup can really get to him. I look at some of the bats in this Phillies lineup, and they're big lefties. And Cleveland, one of the things about this park over the last 3 or 4 seasons is they've moved some of the signage and construction around the stadium, and it's allowed lefty bats to have a lot more power. And I look at a guy in like Kyle Schwarber, who his lore is in killing the Cleveland Guardians. That Indians series back in 2016, he just destroyed in Cleveland. And even going in the regular season year after year, he's always played really well there. The rest of this Cleveland lineup, I look and I see Jose Ramirez, and I'm scared of him. And I see Quan, and I'm like, he's slap happy. He can get on base. And there's a couple guys in Muzardo and different things, but I really just trust this Phillies lineup so much more. The bullpen is available on both sides. I think the pitching matchup favors Wheeler. The line, I think, is really telling that Philadelphia is going to win this game. They don't want to let you have it for free. You got 67% of the tickets and 61% of the money on Philly, and you have 86% of tickets on the under, while 92% of the money is also on the under. Awful lot of money on the under here in Cleveland tonight for a Phillies team that can really hit the ball. You got anything on this one, Wine Time? I just want to make it official. I have Philadelphia Phillies -1, -135 on my card.
I like it. I mean, seeing the Phillies jump up this much, I mean, they're already pretty much -175 right now. Here I'm looking at on the run line -1.5. Or -1.5, -105. I like where you're going on the -1 because that's not even too juicy. And I do think this line is very telling. I mean, this game's in Cleveland. Two teams that are pretty much even if you look at their records. But I mean, we know who the clear-cut better offense is, and that's the Phillies here. Looking at both pitchers too. I mean, Wheeler, had the second best odds to win Cy Young going into this year. Top 5 odds, I believe. Always good year after year. You know what I'm saying? So this is a game where I want to back the Phillies. This might be the Phillies Mariners money line parlay right here because looking at Jackson Merrill, the only thing it's crazy. 1+ hit is -750. Over 1.5 hits is -10 let me double check really quick. I think it was -105 for me.
I already put it together. If you put Merrill in the Mariners to win, you get +116.
What was the Merrill? What did you get?
1.5 total bases.
Okay, all right. I'll move on that right now. Actually,
Your call. Merrill's going to get it. Is Seattle going to win? I don't know. I hope so.
Sure.
I'm trusting you, but Merrill's going to get it.
Yeah, I like it.
I think the money line lock on the board today is definitely where Justin's at. I don't see how the Pirates get a win today. I think the Braves are
whatever your money line lock is, you take Merrill. There. I think you're getting it.
Oh, that Braves game actually already, or not the Braves, Chicago Mets. It's top of the second right now, guys. A little update, 0-0. Top of the second with 1 out.
And I didn't bet this one because I like to live bet the Sunday night games that are on TV. I don't know what it is. I just feel like I have a horrible record when I bet the only game that's on. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's in my head. I would take the Phillies first 5 here. I would back Wheeler in the first 5. I'd lay the run line. But like I said, I think I'm just going to live bet this one.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna parlay up Phillies with probably something else. I'm gonna do that Maryland Mariners parlay. I might do a Mariners Phillies parlay too. We'll see. I won't probably tweet those out or anything. This will just be bonus plays, guys. But I think that's it. Anything else you guys have on this game right here? You guys want to kind of do a wrap up, give out your guys' plays for the day that we gave out throughout the show?
I'll tell you what I'll do for you guys. Josh Smith over 1.5 bases. That's the only thing I've already officially bet. Josh Smith over 1.5 bases -110. I'm probably going to go bet that Merrill parlayed with Seattle, or I might pick a different thing. But I'm going to put that Merrill prop with something. I know that. And then I'm probably going to take that under 5.5. I don't bet first 5 unders a ton. I'm like Jose, they bother me. But only official is Josh Smith. You guys killed it. I'm going to fuck off, and I'm going to let you guys in this show because this is y'all's thing. Thank you for having me up here with you, and thank you for doing this on a Sunday. This is exactly what we needed. You guys are fucking awesome. I love you both. Everybody in the chat, we don't have a channel without you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the guys. Great job this first Sunday, man. Y'all killed it.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much for coming on, Debbie.
Yes, sir. Great work today, Spoons. We talked about every single game on the card today. We gave out plays. We gave out our best plays. We gave out some props. We had a couple heavy hitters come on screen. Dabby Cab and Justin McKelvey. Stoked for that. Joey DFS, 130 viewers, 119 likes. Let's get 125 before the show ends. Please, guys, let's get to it. And shout out to you guys for being here, man. Means a lot showing out here on a Sunday. I know everyone's got stuff going on Sunday with family stuff. I know it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Shout out to you guys. Love all you guys. And yeah, let's do a quick little rundown on the games we gave out. Spoons, you want to start it off?
Yeah, so I got 4 plays that I have official and then 1 home run play. I have the Cubs money line. I got plus 115 on that. Marlins money line minus 135. Got the Nationals -1, minus 102, and the Phillies -1, minus 135. Then I believe I got plus 270 on Jackson Merrill home run, anytime home run in the game. If you look around, there's a lot of different books offering home run. Just either they'll give you a risk-free home run between BetMGM, DraftKings, and just about every book will give you some sort of boost. So don't just go out there and throw a home run out. Kind of check around, see what you got. But I think Jackson Merrill is my favorite play. Again, I like home run props. I don't like to play them all the time. I'm not a big parlay guy, so they're kind of my parlay. I'm going to try to come on here every week and give out one of those home run props and see if we can't be successful with it by the end of the year. You only got to hit 1 for 3 to be decent with them. I really like my lines that I'm on today. One time, that San Francisco game, it's still kind of tickling at me that the Twins bullpen, I don't see how they closed the game out, and I don't have that trust in Pablo Lopez. I don't. You got anything left to sell me on the Giants? I kind of want to add it.
I don't know, Spoons. When we talked about it, I saw plus 141. I'm seeing a plus 145 now. It just continues to move towards the Twins here at my book. Yeah, maybe the Twins have these guys' numbers. Maybe the Giants just can't hit off these guys, and maybe Pablo Lopez is going to go out there and have a good start. I'm going to end up moving away from this one, Spoons, just because Giants plus 150 being 8 games over 500 against the Minnesota Twins. I don't know. Something smells fishy to me on that one. And if Giants cash, then great work, whoever takes them, guys. But I'm going to end up staying away from that one. But that's definitely an interesting game.
And moving forward, so it's our first show, so we don't have them up. But every week, One Time and I will continue to keep a rolling record of all the plays we've given out on the show with the amount of units won and lost on it. So if you're curious, by the end of the show, it's going to be very transparent. You'll be able to see everything we've done throughout the course of it. One Time, what are your official bets? I don't have them written down. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good, brother. I was kind of like going off and on throughout these games today, but my official bets that I made official on the show, we're going to go with the Rangers is the first play I made yesterday. We're going to give them out at plus 100. You can get a better number right now, plus 105, plus 108. We're also on the Padres team total over 7.5, minus 130. It's juiced. It's juiced for a reason. I mean, you don't see team total 7.5 very often. So we're going to take advantage of that right now. And we're also on the Red Sox money line plus 120. I'm not going to lie. This might be my favorite play of the day today. Absolutely love it. I think the Red Sox are going to take care of business here today. And then I'm also on the Yankees athletics over 10.5, minus 115. Think a lot of runs are going to be scored in that one too. I just think a lot of runs are going to be scored today. And then we're going to go right to Anaheim. Baltimore Angels over 9, minus 110. That's 5 plays for you guys today that I gave out. Good amount. I didn't think I was going to have that much, if I'm being honest. I thought I was going to have maybe 2 or 3, but we break down this card. When we find value, we got to take it, and we got to take advantage of the books when we can, man. We're not always going to win, but we'll take the wins when we get them. And shout out to you guys for showing out, man. This just started something great over here. Pub Sports Radio, walk-off wagers, man. Had a blast doing this with my guy Spoons. Going to be looking forward to doing this every Sunday. Shout out to my guy Jose on the 1s and 2s backstage, man. Appreciate that big time, because that's all the work that you guys don't see is getting done, and Jose gets all that stuff done. One of the best producers out there, man. Probably the best producer out there, I should say. So shout out to my guy Jose. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Shout out to you guys Spoons. We'll see you guys here next Sunday. Let's get to it, boys. Let's get paid and let's leche those bookmakers. Let's go.
One last thing.